Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is the official post-fight review for David Lemieux versus Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders scores an easy, unanimous decision victory. I had him shutting out David Lemieux, who just looked confused, didn't have any plan. The same problems that David Lemieux had in the Golovkin fight, had in this fight here. I often say on this channel, once you bake a cake, it's a freaking cake. And what that basically means is once someone has tendencies and they show themselves to be a certain fighter in the ring over a prolonged period of time, generally speaking, that's who they are as a fighter. David Lemieux is one of the most explosive and deadly punchers in all of boxing, but he does not have the boxing skills to set up that amazing power and explosiveness against the top level opposition. Hence the reason why you saw him struggle to win a round against Golovkin. Hence why he didn't win a round tonight against Saunders. And Saunders tonight looks sensational, working behind the jab, with the footwork, counter punching, slipping shots. He even hurt and buzzed Lemieux quite a few times. So this is the second time in Lemieux's career, maybe the third time actually, if you count the Rubio fight. It's the third big fight, the third real significant fight he had in his career against another I guess top opponent. Curtis Stevens was good, but that was a fight where, and Hassan Adam, those guys were good, but generally speaking, the biggest fights of his career were in no chronological order: the Golovkin, Rubio, and now Saunders. And now he fought at home, and he lost. He's lost all 3 fights. So I think it's safe to say now that Lemieux, if you thought he was one of the big guns in the division, which he had the potential to be, but he never really refined his skills and never improved as a fighter. So I think it really showed tonight. Saunders scored a rather easy victory, using footwork, using the angles, and all of a sudden, you look at Billy Joe Saunders' resume, beating the likes of Chris Eubank Jr. and Andy Lee, Lemieux. You had the guy in the undercard tonight, Gary O'Sullivan, who beat Antoine Douglas. His resume is coming along very nicely, and I think now with him shining the way he did tonight, fighting the way he did tonight, he looked really, really good. And he's now like even though he had a title before, he wasn't looked at as a major player in the division, but people may begin to look at him that way. And if Golovkin and Canelo fight each other in May, which is that's expected to happen, it's almost finalized, then he should get the winner of that. And I like to see him in there with Daniel Jacobs. I just think with his slick style, ability to just evade punches, be elusive. He's got enough power to keep you at bay. He's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter, and his resume is probably better than Jacobs' resume. It's definitely better than Canelo's only fought at 155 and 154, so you got to say his resume is better than Canelo's resume at 160. And he's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter, and for Lemieux, where does he go from here? I think he kind of is what he is at this point. This fight really showed it more. So for Lemieux, you're probably looking at, I guess, trying to work way back up and get a big fight. But the thing with Lemieux is he can't beat anybody with boxing skills. Unfortunately, he just can't. And I don't think that's going to change overnight. It won't change at all. He's just going to be a good middle of the pack, top 10 solid guy in the division who makes for very fun, entertaining, TV-friendly fights. He may even get a couple knockout of the year candidate type of stoppage wins. But as far as being the guy in the division, I think that ship has definitely sailed for Lemieux, and he laid a huge egg tonight in Montreal. So good win for Billy Joe Saunders. Big shouts out to him on a great performance. He went in there and he did exactly what he said he'd do. Made Lemieux look silly, exposed every flaw in his fight game as far as the sloppy footwork, lack of a jab, stiffness in the upper body. Everything was exploited tonight, and I had him shutting out David Lemieux for all 12 rounds. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this fight. About Billy Joe Saunders and what you thought about his performance. Where he's at in the middleweight division now. Do you fancy his chances against Golovkin, Canelo, or Jacobs? Let me know in the comments down below. Follow True School Sports on Instagram at True School Sports. Lots of good stuff on there. And like I say in every video, my name is Brendan Taylor. And you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. And that's Dania in South Florida, if you didn't know. So, until next time, take care, guys.